Welcome to Conversations with My Real Friends. I'm Jennifer, and I'm joined by Carl Lindner of Assessment Counseling Services. Thank you for joining me, Carl.
Pleasure to be here.
So today we're going to talk about Proposition 19, which went into effect in 2021.
Correct.
It affected parent-child transfers, correct?
That's correct. What happened was previously, before the law was passed, you were allowed to transfer your family home to your child with no restrictions. You would keep the Prop 13 protected tax basis from generation to generation, and you could also transfer $1 million of that tax basis for any additional properties you owned that were not your main home.
Right.
And there's $1 million per parent, so you could get up to $2 million protection.
Right.
When giving properties, or when you pass away, you give, the properties go to your children, and you can get the same property tax basis.
But that doesn't happen today.
No. Unfortunately, now the law has been extremely restricted, so Proposition 19 only allows the movement of a primary residence, a family home, from the parents to the children, whether it's via death or transfer.
Right.
And no additional properties whatsoever.
Right.
There's also a limitation on how much property tax basis you can transfer between generations. Usually it's the current assessed value, the current Prop 13 value, plus $1 million when compared to the full market saleable value of the house at the time of death or transfer.
Right. So even with a family home, you don't get potentially the full reassessment avoided. There might be partial reassessment.
Correct. That, a lot of homes have been around for generations. In that case, the marketability is maybe 3 times what the assessed value is, and in that case, you're only going to get a portion protected.
Right. Also, there's obligations relative to residency, correct?
Yes. You not only does it have to have been your parents' home that you prove that they lived there, you also have to move in within 1 year. One of the kids has to move in within 1 year.
Right. They don't all have to move in.
No, just one. That'd be a little messy if there's a couple of.
I saw a presentation by the LA County Assessor, and they said that they're monitoring this because, say a kid moves in, right, and we get the reassessment minimized, but then they move out a couple years later. That's a triggering event by the assessor standards, correct?
Yes, absolutely. In that case, you would actually be reassessed as of the date of move out, but it wouldn't be reassessed at the move out the value at move out. It'd be reassessed as of the value as of original transfer between parent and child, whether that be a transfer or death.
All right.
And then they trend it using the normal Prop 13 trend.
The 2%.
The 2%.
Interesting. So this is a real change from traditionally a triggering event is a sale or improvement.
Correct.
Right? So now vacancy, move out, is now a triggering event too.
It is. Reporting requirements are still nebulous as far as actually if they have any county assessor has the capacity to check.
Right.
They have a large workload as it is. I don't know if they even have the possibility of being able to keep track of these kinds of things.
I didn't get the sense from hearing the assessor that they were really out there looking for it, but if they found out, that was their plan.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. So if someone's dealing with a reassessment issue and they need some help, how do they reach you?
I can be reached at our website, acstax.com, or send an email to info@acstax.com.
Great. Thank you, Carl, for joining me, and thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this episode.